Okay, so let's go through the basics here. So Inventor, after it opens up, this opens up to what's called the welcome screen. The welcome screen will house, an easier way to start your parts, and it'll also have down here your recent documents. Now, these are just recent documents that you have opened. This is not where they are housed or where they are saved. That's a whole different thing. Okay, so looking at this, if I wanted to open up a brand new part file, I could just go ahead and click on this. A new part file is what we will make to do anything that we have. Okay, any of the parts that I give you will be brand new part files, and we will actually take them and make assemblies out of those. So brand new part files right here. There's a couple different ways to get to it. You can get through it through here, or if you go up to new, click the little arrow underneath it, you get a new, pops up with this window. You can actually click on standard.ipt part file right there. If you were doing a metric drawing, you could go over to here and click on any of the metric drawing templates that you have. Now, in parentheses here, you'll see the IN. That's the basic unit that it uses, which is inches. Okay, so most of the stuff we do, we will use that. If you wanted to do a metric drawing that had the units in metric, you could do that. Now, there's also an easier way to change the basic dimensions, the default dimensions in all of them. So we're just going to open this one up here. You can just highlight it or hit create, or you can just double click it and it will open up to a brand new part file. Alright, once you open up a part file, I just want to explain kind of the screen that you're looking at and different features that you have here. Looking at this, I can see right here where all of this big part in the middle, this is my ribbon. This ribbon will house a lot of the different features that we're going to use, and that's kind of how you'll get to everything. Above that, you will notice these little tabs here, these words. If you click on them, it gives you different ribbons. So these are all organized by different functions. Think of these ribbon tabs as like file folders, and then all of the other parts, the things inside of them that go with that. Okay, so I have that. Down here, I have something called the browser bar or the model tree, either or. I'm going to call it both at some point. So what this browser bar does, this model tree, it will keep a record of everything that you have done in each order. So if you do a sketch and then extrude that sketch or make it three-dimensional, then it will keep that record. The nice thing about Inventor is you can always go back and change that. I can get done with the entire part, come all the way back to the beginning, and I can edit the very first sketch that I did. So I can change those things. Okay, right here where my part is at, that's called the graphics window. That's where your part's going to be housed. It's an infinite drawing plane that you can move your part around, and it's where everything's kind of setting at. Across the right side here, I have my view cube. My view cube shows me how I'm looking at my part, how it is orientated on my screen. As I move my part around, I can see my front, my back, my top, my right side. I can move it around. You see that the view cube is labeled. You can also click on the side if you want to see what the front would look like or what the top would look like. And then if you get it out of whack, then you can always go back and hit your home button. It'll take you right back to that isometric view where you can see all those. Over here right below the view cube, you have something called the navigation toolbar. The navigation toolbar has things like free orbit, which is your rotate command. It has pan, it has look at, it has a bunch of different features in it. A lot of the features that are set in there can actually be done with your mouse or a couple keys on the keyboard. So it's changed over time a little bit. Zooming in and out, I can zoom in and out using my mouse, the middle mouse wheel. If I zoom towards or roll my mouse wheel towards the screen, the part goes away. And if I rotate it back towards myself or away from the screen, it'll get larger wherever my mouse is focused at. The hand here is the pan tool. If I click down on my mouse wheel, I can move my part around without zooming it in. Okay, so those are different functions that you can see on here. We also have down here is our 3D indicator, which just shows you your X, Y, and Z plane. So that's the things that we're looking at here. Hopefully this will help you understand where things are at and how things work.